I mean, I think that's pretty obvious, right? So the big trends this year are obviously good games, right? The only thing that's going to sell this year are people playing games that they actually want to play. And I think that's where investors are going to go as well. Same sort of thing. So like, I spoke about today at the conference, we talk about games developing demand aside from tokens. It's about not appealing to a token speculator, it's about appealing to a gamer. And as soon as you build a good, solid game, like we've seen in Web2 for dozens, hundreds of years, we've seen good games be developed, whether they're online or offline. As soon as we have those sort of games come through to Web3, then we'll start to see really good investment, really good demand, and then the rest will follow. My worst decisions last year, I don't want to put them on film. Professional decisions, I don't know. I think it's all learning, right? Everyone learns in Web3 every single day. So there's a lot of people that say they're an expert. No one's an expert. Everyone's learning every day. We've made a lot of mistakes. We've done a whole lot of things that we probably shouldn't have done. But one thing that we've never done is like disenfranchise our community. We've always kept them at the heart of what we do. And if we have made mistakes, we've always tried and made it up to them. So that's really important to us. Best decision in the last 12 months, probably starting to work with Animoca. And Animoca and the rest of our investors, we managed to raise a really good round and have some really good partners come on board. And that's totally changed the trajectory of the things that we can develop. It's totally changed the trajectory of our project and the game that we're building and the ecosystem and the franchise that we're building. So yeah, starting to work with, these really bright, talented people that, we're here with today. It's been pretty good. Good question. I mean, that's a sales pitch, but the Red Village is the leading dark fantasy franchise in the metaverse. And how is it going to be impactful? We're bringing the thematics of games like Diablo, like The Witcher, like Elden Ring. And we're combining with them the gameplay mechanics of RuneScape, of Fortnite, those fast-paced sort of action games, those strategy games. And what we're going to do is bring something that there's a huge niche, which is pretty unfilled. And that's where we're focusing. So dark fantasy in the metaverse in 2023, 2024, and that's going to be us. Big challenges. I mean, obviously the market conditions have been super challenging. Everyone's aware of that. We try and keep ourselves, I guess, pretty separate to the market. So we try not to think about, we divorce ourselves from cryptocurrencies, from all that sort of volatility. We try and just build good games, but obviously that's impactful when people are spending less, when people are invested in the space less. I think for us though, as any sort of business owner would know, you try and turn challenges into opportunities. So what we look at is we look at a bear market, we look at the perfect time to start building network effects. This is the time when you start to grow demand. This is the time when you use that demand to grow stronger economies, to create more content, and really sort of leverage those network effects to build more effectively. So yeah, there's challenges every single day, but it's how you face them, and I think we're doing it pretty well. It's a scary space. Web3 is a scary space, and I think it's got a really bad name in the last 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, right? Because we've seen a lot of let's be frank, like a subpar games, of not the best games, and we've seen people lose money in tokens and rug pulls and all these sorts of things. Traditional investors, just go back to like your thesis of what you'd normally invest in, right? You invest in strong products, you invest in strong founders, you invest in strong business, and it's the same thing here in Web3. And it comes across to how you build a Web3 game. It's the same as any other game. The wheel has been invented. We don't need to reinvent it. It's already spinning fine. Build a good Web3 game and layer tokenomics across the top of it. Build an economy that people want to be involved in, with people with disposable income, and they'll come and play. And you'll have a strong, sustainable business model. So if I was a traditional investor, I'd look at someone that's building a real game. That their players are, in a tier 1 country, that are, in America or Canada or Europe or places with disposable income, wherever that is, that's all over the world. The people that are actually playing games for fun. And if you do that, hopefully you won't lose. It's wild, obviously. That's why we're here. They're obviously going to be one of the big projects for 2023, 2024. And, I couldn't wish them more success. So we one of the things we always say is that a rising tide lifts all ships. And it's really important for us to have successful games like SIDUS take off and win, because that just brings more attention onto the space and all the other projects as a whole. I think top 3 trends will be, the release of AAA games, bang on. It'll be, a restructure away from play to earn, and it'll be a refocus on, fun first. You know, those three things as like guiding pillars of a project will bring winners. Because they're Animoca. Because everyone knows them. They're the earliest mover in Web3. You know, they've got a finger in every single pie. And if you would ask anyone in this room or any room that you walk into who's going to win in Web3, I think Yat and the team are definitely the one they'd name. You know, they back everyone. They have had a core belief since before people knew about Web3, right? And so, yeah, like, why would you back Animoca? I back Animoca. I think everyone will.